Japanese service is always so perfectly polite, but sometimes, it is too much.
Hi, I'm Toma.
Hi, I'm Hitomi. Welcome to our English podcast today.
Today we are going to talk about the paradox of Japanese customer service. Can you share some stories you had lately?
So, I went to a Japanese store yesterday. I just wanted to buy some green tea.
Oh, nice. Green tea's great.
Yeah, it was a very nice store. The staff gave me the tea and she bowed to me, so, I bowed back just to be polite.
Right. That is normal in Japan.
But then she bowed again. I was a little surprised. I panicked a little bit, so I bowed again.
Oh, no. I know what happens next.
Yes. She bowed again. We just kept bowing. We bowed maybe like 20 times.
Wow. 20 times, that's too much.
My back really hurts today. Ha ha ha. Japanese service is always so perfectly polite, but sometimes, it is too much.
Haha. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is a very classic story.
Yeah,
You were completely trapped in the bowing cycle.
I really was. I did not know how to stop. I just wanted to leave with my tea.
Well, Japanese customer service is famous all over the world for this, right?
Yeah, totally. Everyone says it is the best.
People think it is always perfect and beautiful, but there is a hidden dark side to this perfect politeness.
A dark side, really, behind a polite bow.
Yes, a very dark side. That bowing trap you got stuck in, that is actually a small sign of a massive crisis in Japan right now.
A crisis. Just from being polite.
Exactly. So today, in this deep dive, we're going to explore the true origins of the Japanese customer service paradox.
Oh, this sounds very interesting.
Yes, we will look at why the famous rule, the customer is God, actually became a trap for workers. And finally, we will talk about the brand new 2026 laws that are changing Japanese hospitality forever.
Wow. I am so ready for this deep dive. Let's start.
Great. So you said there is a paradox.
Yes. For you listening, a paradox is when two things do not make sense together. So what is the paradox of Japanese politeness?
To understand this, we need to look at how service really works in Japan. We often see an illusion of perfect service.
Right. It looks perfect from the outside.
But the hard reality is this. Strict, polite rules often completely ignore what the customer actually needs.
That sounds strange. If you are polite, you are helping the customer, right? You are being nice to them.
You would think so, but not always. Let me share a true story to explain.
Okay, tell me.
Imagine you are a Western businessman. You are visiting Tokyo for work.
Okay, I am a businessman.
One day, there is very heavy rain, a big typhoon. You have to walk 15 minutes in this heavy rain to get to an office building.
Oh, no. That is terrible.
Yes, it is a very important meeting. You are very wet, you are cold, and you are very frustrated.
Walking in wet shoes is the worst feeling.
It really is. So the businessman arrived at the reception desk in the building. He was barely on time.
Okay.
He tried to dry his suit. Then, the beautiful, polite receptionist looked at him. She politely told him that his client had already left the office for the day.
Oh my gosh, he walked in the heavy rain for nothing. He must be so angry.
He was very shocked. He said, "What? You mean he will not be back today?"
Yeah, of course he was upset.
His voice was loud. He showed he was very upset and, confused.
Oh, I see. Oh, I know what happened next.
What do you think happened?
Because the man was angry and confused, the receptionist probably used very simple, easy words to calm him down, right? Like, I am sorry, he is gone.
No.
Yeah.
In Japan, breaking the polite rule is considered bad service. Because he was upset, she used longer, harder, and much more formal Japanese words.
Wow, no way.
Yes. And because the sentence was so long, she spoke faster.
Why would she do that? That makes no sense at all.
Well, this is a very interesting part of Japanese culture. In the Japanese language, there is a special polite language called keigo.
Keigo. Right, I have heard of that.
Yes. When you want to be more polite, you must use completely different words. The sentences become much, much longer.
Okay, I understand that. But why speak faster?
Because the sentences are so long, the staff feels they're wasting the customer's time. So they speak faster to save time. It is a way to show respect.
But wait, Wait, the businessman was already confused.
Exactly.
He is a foreigner. If she speaks faster and uses harder words, he cannot understand her at all.
Right. This made the businessman more frustrated. He looked angry.
Of course. I would be angry too.
And because he looked more angry, the receptionist felt she needed to be even more polite.
Oh, no.
So she used even more formal words. It was a terrible cycle. She saw he could not understand, but she felt she could not use simple words.
Why not? Just speak simply. Just say he went home.
Because of protocol.
Protocol.
Protocol means the strict rules for behavior in a company. In Japan, good customer service is often measured by perfectly following the strict protocol.
I see.
It is not measured by actually solving the problem. If she used simple words, she would break the company protocol.
And that is bad.
Breaking the protocol is considered very bad customer service.
So she followed the rules perfectly, but she didn't help him at all. That is crazy.
Yes. Finally, the businessman had to take a deep breath. He smiled.
He calmed down.
Yes. He used very polite Japanese himself. He gently asked her to please speak simply.
Did it work?
Only then she felt safe. She dropped the strict rules and explained the situation with simple words. They found harmony again.
That is wild. The protocol traps the workers. They cannot just act like normal humans.
Exactly.
Does this happen in big companies too?
Oh, yes. That rigid protocol does not just trap receptionists. It traps huge billion-dollar companies. Have you heard what MUFG Bank did a few years ago?
MUFG, Mitsubishi UFJ Bank. That is one of the biggest banks in Japan.
Yes, very big.
What did they do?
A few years ago, the bank decided to stop supporting old Windows XP computers for their online banking,
Okay, that makes sense. Old computers are not safe for banking.
Right.
So what did the bank do? Did they just update their own bank systems? Or maybe send an email to everyone?
No, they did not just send an email. Instead, they paid their staff to politely call tens of millions of customers on the telephone.
Wait, are you serious? Tens of millions of people?
Yes, millions.
They called them one by one on the phone?
Yes, one by one. The staff were very polite. They called millions of people just to tell them that the customers had to buy new computers.
Wow, that is so much work. Why?
Just to keep using the bank.
Why not just fix the bank's software? Or send a silent update. It is much cheaper and easier.
You would think so, right?
Mm.
But we have to look at the Japanese corporate logic.
Corporate logic, okay.
In Japanese business culture, if you force a customer to do something difficult, like buying a new computer, a silent message or an email is considered very cold.
Cold, like not friendly.
Yes, it is rude.
Ah, I see.
Yes. To show true respect, you must apologize personally. You must have a human connection.
So they used humans instead of computers.
Exactly. They chose mass human labor over a simple software update. They spent huge amounts of money just to show they were being polite.
Wow. You know, it sounds like a beautiful robot.
A robot.
Yeah. It smiles perfectly and bows perfectly, but when you ask it to open a door, it just politely says no for 2 hours.
Uh-huh. That is a perfect example. A beautiful robot.
Because it only follows rules.
Right. The protocol was amazing, but the actual service was bad. Many customers got annoyed, closed their bank accounts, and moved to internet banks anyway.
I would do the same thing. I do not want a phone call telling me to buy a computer.
And this brings us to the dark side. Because the staff must act like beautiful robots and never break the rules, customers realized something very dangerous.
What did they realize?
The protocol says the customer is always right. The staff can never say no.
Never.
Never. The staff can never get angry. So angry customers realize they had all the power.
Oh, that is not good.
No, it is not. They could do anything they wanted, and the staff could not fight back. This created a very toxic, poisonous environment for workers.
Poisonous for their mental health.
Yes, this is a huge crisis in Japan today. It is called kasuhara.
Kasuhara. Let's break that word down. What does it mean?
It is a mixed word. Kasu comes from the English word customer.
Okay, kasu for customer.
Hara comes from harassment.
No,
So kasuhara means customer harassment.
I see.
It is when a customer makes crazy demands
Mm.
or uses very bad manners against a worker.
How bad is this problem really? Is it just a few angry people?
No, it is everywhere. Let me share a shocking survey with you.
Okay.
A company called SB Network did a massive survey in 2025. They found that 70% of workers experienced harassment from consumers.
Wait, 70%. 7 out of 10 workers.
Yes.
That is almost everyone who works in a store.
Yes, it is huge. And it gets worse. 50% of all workers said they felt their mental health drop because of bad customers.
50%. Half of the workers felt sad, stressed, or sick in their minds.
Exactly.
What are these customers doing? Just yelling.
Yelling is very common, but Kasuhara is much more scary than just yelling. Sometimes customers make workers do dojiza.
Dojiza. What is that? I have heard that word in historical samurai movies.
Yes, it is an old, traditional Japanese way to apologize.
How do you do it?
To do dojiza, you must get down on your knees, you must put your hands flat on the floor, and you must touch your head all the way down to the ground.
Oh.
It makes the person feel extremely small and humiliated.
Oh my gosh. Customers make modern workers do that in a normal store.
Yes, just for a small mistake.
Wow. That is so mean.
Imagine you drop a piece of bread
Mm-hmm.
and a customer screams until you put your head on the floor.
That is terrible. What if the worker says no?
If the worker says no, the customer will threaten them. The customer will say, I will take a video of you and destroy your brand on SNS.
SNS means social media, right? Like Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
Yeah.
blackmail.
It is. Another common example is the endless phone call.
Endless phone call.
A customer will call the store and just shout at the worker for 2 or 3 hours.
2 hours on the phone.
Yes. And because of protocol, the worker is not allowed to hang up the phone.
They cannot just put the phone down.
No. They just have to stand there and listen to the screaming.
That is torture. Honestly, that sounds like a nightmare.
It really is. And it even became violent. Railway stations became like war zones.
Train stations? Why?
Well, if a train was 1 minute late or if a customer was drunk, they would attack the station staff.
Attack them. Physically.
Yes. In 2016, there were 712 violent physical attacks on train staff.
Wow. Just in 1 year.
Just in 1 year, people punching and kicking workers.
712 violent attacks. That is almost 2 attacks every single day.
Yes. It got so bad that train companies had to put up big posters in every station.
What did the poster say?
The poster said, "Stop violence," and had pictures of angry men raising their fists.
Wait, I do not understand something.
What is it?
If a customer is screaming for 2 hours or if a customer is trying to hit you, why didn't the workers just run away or just call the police right away?
That is the most important question. Why stay?
Yeah, why stay?
The answer is the cultural trap. In Japan, there is a very famous old saying, "Okyaku-sama wa kami-sama desu."
I know kami-sama means God. Are you telling me the rule is literally the customer is God?
Yes. Literally, the customer is God.
Wow. That is a very heavy rule to carry.
Very heavy. For many decades, Japanese society believed this deeply.
So they really treated them like gods.
Yes. Because the customer is God, the customer is completely above the worker. The worker is far below.
Ah, I see.
So workers felt they had no choice. Society told them it was their job to take the pain.
So they felt they could not fight a god.
Exactly. And the saddest part is, their bosses did not help them.
The bosses just watched.
If a worker complained, the manager would say, "It is your fault. You were not polite enough."
No way.
And the manager would go out and apologize to the angry customer, too. The worker was totally alone.
That breaks my heart. No one should be treated like that.
I agree.
If you are listening to this, imagine you are working at that train station. A worker is a human being, not a robot. And definitely not a punching bag for a fake god.
You are exactly right. Human beings can only take so much pain. Finally, the workers started to fight back.
Good. I'm glad they fought back.
The situation got so bad that the government had to destroy the Kurth. Customer is God myth.
How did they do it? Did the government just wake up one day and make a rule?
No, it was not fast at all. It took a very long 10-year fight.
10 years. Who was fighting?
A large union group in Japan named Yue Zensen started this fight.
Let's explain that. A union is a group that protects workers, right?
Yes. UA Zenson is a massive group that protects retail workers.
Retail workers, like people in shops.
Yes, people who work in supermarkets, clothing stores, and pharmacies. They started their campaign back in 2017.
What did they do to fight?
They had to change public opinion first. They collected thousands of stories from crying workers.
Wow, thousands of stories.
They took these stories to the government and said, "Our workers are suffering. You must make a law to protect them."
Did the government listen to them 10 years ago?
Slowly.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Huh.
Many politicians and big company bosses still believed the customer is God. They did not want to change.
Of course, old habits are hard to break.
But then something big happened that changed the whole world.
Oh. Let me guess. COVID-19.
Yes,
The pandemic must have made this problem explode.
you are completely right. Why do you think COVID-19 made it worse?
Well, because during the pandemic, everyone was stressed. People were scared.
Very true.
People had to wear masks, use hand sanitizer, and stand on special lines in stores. Stressed customers probably yelled at the frontline workers more than ever.
Exactly. During COVID-19, violence and harassment went up like a rocket. Store clerks were yelled at every single day just for asking people to please wear a mask.
That is so unfair. The clerks did not make the rules.
Right. The workers were crying in the back rooms. The mental health crisis was so huge, the government could not ignore it anymore.
So the pandemic actually helped speed things up.
Yes. The pandemic made the new laws happen faster.
So all that pain finally forced a change. What happened next?
First, the government made guidelines. They gave companies advice on how to stop bad customers.
But guidelines are just advice.
Exactly. You do not go to jail for breaking advice. They were not strong enough.
Right. We need real laws to stop bad behavior. People will not listen to just advice.
And that is exactly what happened. In April 2025, Tokyo made history.
April 2025. What did Tokyo do?
Tokyo made the first local rule to protect workers from customer abuse. It was a huge step.
Good job, Tokyo. But Tokyo is just one city. Japan is a big country. What about everyone else?
Here is where it gets really exciting. A huge national law is coming.
Oh, a national law for the whole country.
Yes, on October 1st, 2026, a new national law will take effect all over Japan very soon.
Wow, 2026. That is huge news. The whole country is changing.
Yes.
So what does the new law actually do? Let's break it down simply.
Okay. First, companies have to protect their workers by law. It is mandatory now.
Mandatory. They must do it.
Yes. If a customer attacks a worker, the company boss cannot just ignore it,
Yeah.
and they cannot just apologize to the customer.
The boss must protect the worker. That's a great first step.
Right. Second, companies must create a clear manual for harassment.
A manual, like a rule book.
Yes. If a customer screams on the phone, the manual tells the worker exactly what to do. The worker is allowed to hang up the phone.
Thank goodness. Hang up that phone. No more 2-hour listening.
They do not just stand there anymore.
And what is the biggest change?
The biggest change gives the workers real power. If a customer makes an unreasonable demand, the company can legally refuse service.
Refuse service. Tell them to go away.
Yes, they can ban the customer from the store forever, and they can and should call the police.
Okay, unreasonable demand. Wait, let me check my understanding here.
Sure, go ahead.
If I go to a restaurant in Tokyo and my soup is cold, can I complain? Or will they call the police on me?
Haha, no, do not worry. Normal, polite complaints are still totally fine.
Yeah.
If your soup is cold, you can politely say, "Excuse me, my soup is cold. Can you please heat it up?"
Okay, that is a normal request. I am safe.
Yes, you are safe.
So what is an unreasonable demand?
An unreasonable demand is asking for impossible things or being aggressive.
Like what?
For example, if your soup is cold and you demand the restaurant pays you 1 million yen for your pain,
Wow. That is crazy. No one would do that.
old people do. Or if your soup is cold and you tell the waiter to do dojiza on the floor,
Touching their head to the floor for cold soup. Okay, yes, that is unreasonable.
or if you grab the waiter's shirt,
Yeah.
or if you shout at them for 30 minutes in the middle of the restaurant.
I see.
Those are unreasonable demands. And starting in 2026, they are totally illegal.
I understand clearly now. If you act crazy or violently, the store will kick you out, and the law will support the store.
Yes. The new law makes a very clear line. It tells everyone in society the customer is not always right. The customer must behave like a decent human being.
This is a massive culture shift for Japan. From the customer is God to the customer must behave.
It really is a massive shift.
I am so happy for the workers. They fought for 10 years and they finally won.
It is a beautiful victory. For decades, Japanese service was trapped by strict rules. The workers had to be perfect, silent robots.
Yeah, robots that never say no.
And bad customers use those polite rules to bully the workers.
But now the law is finally treating workers like real human beings.
Yes, they are allowed to say no. They are allowed to protect their own minds and bodies.
Exactly. This deep dive shows us that perfect protocol is not always a good thing. True hospitality is about respect.
Very well said.
It means respect from the worker, yes, but it also means respect from the customer. It must go both ways.
I completely agree.
So for you listening right now, remember this story today. The next time you visit Japan, or even in your own country,
Yes.
when you go to a shop, a cafe, or a train station, smile at the staff, say thank you.
That is very important.
Remember that behind their perfectly polite bow, there is a real person with feelings. They work hard and they deserve our kindness.
That is a wonderful message. But before we finish today, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought.
Oh, what is it?
Something for you to think about after this deep dive is over. Japan is famous for its perfect, polite hospitality.
Yes, very famous.
People travel from all over the world just to experience this amazing special service.
True.
But now, the law says the customer is no longer God. Workers can refuse service. The old strict protocol is breaking down.
That is true. Things are going to change.
So if the culture changes to protect workers, will Japan's famous perfect hospitality slowly disappear?
Disappear.
Yes. In 10 years, will a Japanese cafe lose its special magic? Will a cafe in Tokyo feel just like a casual, everyday cafe in Europe or America?
Wow. That is a great question.
Think about that next time you buy a coffee.
Will the magic disappear or will it just become more human? We will have to wait and see. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. See you next time.